es un viajero internacional que se ha ido paulatinamente especializándose en medios sociales, que tiene uno de los blogs de viajes más influyentes del mundo y que nos va a dar una perspectiva, yo creo que muy singular e interesante de lo que son las capacidades, no ya las potencialidades, sino las capacidades actuales que tiene el social media marketing, particularmente desde un instrumento en apariencia sencillo como es un blog y como son el desarrollo de su actividad en Twitter, que genera un número considerable de impactos desde el punto de vista cuantitativo y cualitativo en consumidores turísticos. Cuenta, no voy a repetir las cifras, las tienen en programa y nos las podrá detallar ahora, pero estamos, y eso siempre es interesante, ante la presentación de la persona que conduce el blog de viajes más visitado de Internet, y seguro que de eso podemos aprender.
I'll be speaking as I talk, and I want to apologize first for not speaking in Spanish, but I think we're all better off if I don't destroy your beautiful language. I have two messages for you. The first message is the way that you are normally marketing anything, your hotel, your restaurant, Valencia, is changing. It is going to change even more, and it is never going to go back to the way it was. My second message is that people don't change. People are the same way they were 20 years ago, 100 years ago, and they will be the same 100 years hence, and that is where the opportunity lies. So first, let me talk about what is changing. It used to be that if you wanted to market your product, you would have to contact a magazine, a newspaper, a television, because they held the audience. Making a television station, a newspaper, is a very expensive proposition. You have to build the printing presses. And so you go to them and you spend thousands of euros to put an ad in their paper, and if you're lucky, maybe someone reads it and they come and spend money with you. In America, 3 years ago, there were 60 travel editors of major newspapers in the United States. Today there are 10. The number of daily newspapers in the United States is decreasing, the number of magazines is decreasing, the amount spent on advertising space in magazines and newspapers is decreasing. All over, you're seeing less and less spent in media. In fact, a recent report came out saying, now that the recession is kind of over, we can look to see magazines and newspapers stabilize. And by stabilize, they mean we can expect a 10% reduction in revenue for the foreseeable future. What's changed is the fact that you no longer have to go to a magazine and spend tens of thousands of euros to get a full-page ad. The ability for you to talk directly to your customers is all online. And I'm not telling you anything new. You all know this. You probably all have websites for your hotels and restaurants. There's nothing special. The special thing is, in that second point I want to tell you, is that people don't change. 100 years ago, if you had a restaurant, how did you get customers? People told their friends. They had a nice meal, and they said, oh, you should go check out this restaurant. And that's the way it's always been. In fact, most of your business today is probably by word of mouth. Someone comes to your business, and then they tell a friend about it, and they tell a friend, and that's how things work. Why does a nightclub become popular? Why does a discotheque become popular? Because people go there, they have a good time, and if they tell other people, and that's the way it works. What is changing is that your message is out on the internet. People are talking about you, and you have no control over it. It is no longer that you can put a full-page ad in a magazine or newspaper and hope to have control over the message that you send to the audience. Now, to use an American phrase, the lunatics are running the asylum. All of your customers are talking about you, and you have to be part of that conversation. What that means is when they go, it used to be I would tell my friend, oh, I was at this beautiful restaurant, and maybe 10 people would know about it. Now they go to Facebook or Twitter, thousands of people know about it. And they have another 1,000 people, and it very quickly can get to 1 million people with only 2 or 3 steps between the original person and the end person. So what you need to do is think in terms of this word-of-mouth advertising, because that's all social media is. All social media is people talking. And the first thing you need to do is listen. So right now, here is my Twitter page, and in the far right-hand side, I did a search for the word Valencia. And since I put this up about 15 minutes ago, there have been about 20 mentions of the word Valencia on Twitter. What that means is that if people are mentioning your restaurant, your hotel, you need to know that, because they might be saying something bad about you. The #1 travel site in the United States right now is TripAdvisor, and the only purpose of TripAdvisor is for people to leave comments and reviews of hotels. This is the TripAdvisor website for Valencia hotels. If you have a hotel and you have not been to this page, you are doing something wrong, because people are talking about you and you have no idea what they're saying. They may love you or they may hate you. You might have had one day where the water got turned off because the pipes didn't work or something. That happens, right? But the one person who is in your hotel that one day complains about it, and what's he going to do? Is he going to complain to the front desk? No, he's going to go on TripAdvisor and tell thousands of people who are looking for hotels that the water didn't work in your hotel.